spend my time with. That's the problem with y'all people. Y'all worried about who people spend their time with. Whatever I'm doing in my bedroom is my damn business. Whatever you doing in your bedroom is your damn business. That ain't for everybody. And everybody don't need to know. You ain't got to say anything about what you doing in your fucking house. It's your house. You ain't got to explain that to nobody. No matter what they say. They can say anything. Who gives two shits? Y'all too damn nosy, worried about what I'm doing in my bed. Hell, the people who know what's going on in my bed, they know what the hell going on with my bed. And what the hell I do in it. That ain't for everybody on the internet. That ain't for no blogs. That ain't for no websites. I don't got to tell nobody where I put my wood at. Since y'all want to get to it. That ain't nobody business where I put my shit at. Y'all just weird. If you want to know what people doing in their bedroom and who they messing with and sleeping with, you are weird. You're the weird one. Oh, shoot. Y'all heard about that? Dwight. They said Dwight was in a text messaging a guy. Nigga, who cares? Who cares who I was text messaging? You just mad because I want text messaging. Yo, ugly ass.
Just so I'm clear, I don't want to interrupt you. I want you to get your point across so you don't got to go on.
Yeah.
Check out the stat and do it. So basically, Dwight Howard and Steve met up, but Dwight Howard brought Kitty with him.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Yes.
All right,
and so that's not fair. Like that was never stated. And now you out here trying to make it look like Steve was stupid when you was the one who initiated everything. And then you said that you stopped because you realized he didn't like it. Like the
Who's
whole
he,
situation.
though? Who's
Dwight
he?
Howard said he stopped
they said that Steve,
because Steve didn't like it.
Is Steve Kitty?
No.
Kitty is another nigga.
Dwight Howard brought Kitty. So Steve didn't even know Kitty was coming.
So just because I want you to finish your point before me and Mace, because I would love to hear a woman's point of view on this. So basically, just so that me and Mace are clear, Dwight Howard was supposed to meet Steve. When they met up, the nigga had Kitty with him. And Steve is like, Steve is like, hold the fuck on, I ain't signed up for Kitty.
Right.
I signed up to meet you.
Dwight.
Now, and Dwight Howard is basically saying,
hold on.
And Dwight Howard is basically saying, nah, Kitty cool, you gonna have some fun, it'll be all right. Because, you know, Kitty's fun is a good time. Is that correct from what I'm understanding? So guys, finish. I just want to.
So who didn't like it? Kitty or Steve?
Steve didn't sign up for any of that.
Steve
wanted one-on-one.
Yes.
And
Steve,
Dwight Howard was basically like, you gonna like this anyways. Like, that's to Steve, like, what is, and then not only that, Steve didn't like it. Then Dwight Howard went and like lied about the situation, saying that it never happened. So then you got Steve looking stupid, trying to like help Steve's name. And then now Dwight Howard came out and said,
so we got to watch what we say, because I was going to say something.
Yeah, but that's what I'd let her explain. Yeah. And I love Stat's point of view. She doesn't give a lot of point of view. I've seen her welcome to Stat. She's been feeling away for a little minute. So I wanted her to get her point across. But what I will say is this. Steve, if this is the same person from months ago, was DMing us, talking not us,
you.
nigga.
He didn't DM me.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, Paige. Not none of us personally. Let's be clear. Trying to explain his side of the story. You know, our producer in Miami, shout out to Kevin Spence. You know, Kev, we miss you and everything. Much love. But we have all of Steve's DMs on the Is What It Is page of him saying, I got all the proof. He said how he drove to Dwight's house and all this other shit, and he's DMing the Is What It Is page.
Wow.
And at this particular point, I was like, it's no concrete facts about it, so I didn't want to accuse Dwight Howard of anything. And when we posted something about it one time, you know, this was during the summer, and when we posted something about it, Dwight had texted me, and you made fun of me. He's like, yo, can we have a conversation about what's going on? And I was like, nah, because it's like, And don't get me wrong, no, Dwight, I was cool with me. I don't give a fuck what you do on your own time and whatever. That's all good. I agree with Stature. Ain't got to lie about it. But I didn't want to get involved with that because I was like, until these court documents came out, I don't like accusing anybody of anything. So I left that alone. But I wanted Stat to say what she said, give her opinion so that me and Mace could fully understand before we give our opinion. And just so I'm clear before I give my opinion after Mace gives his opinion, Dwight Howard lied and said he never met Steve ever. Come to find out, he did meet Steve. And not only did he meet Steve, he brought somebody named Kitty with him to meet Steve. And Steve said, hold the fuck on. I thought this was a one-on-one. Now you got me in a threesome with Kitty. Dwight Howard says...
And he wanted to leave.
Dwight Howard says, nah, Kitty, cool, it's all good. Steve may be scared. We don't know how big or tall or small pause that Steve is because Dwight Howard's 6'10", fucking diesel nigga, pause. Yeah. Now he may feel and threatened to stay because the reason that this only stopped, according to these documents that Stat is saying, is that he looked at Steve and Steve didn't like it. No. So that's the only reason it might have even stopped.
Does matter. It does matter. Those are the lies that are going on in society. We tell people it don't matter, but behind your back, it matters. Yeah. And that's what we got to first start off by saying. Like, you hear Stat saying this, because what people do in their bedroom, that's between them. Not necessarily true, but I understand. You get what I'm saying? Because you telling them it don't matter, but then it does matter. And anybody watching this knows it does matter. Even to people that participate, it matters. Because people will say, oh, it don't matter. And as soon as they find out, they're outing them, so it matters. Yeah. And when it comes down to making money off the story, it matters. When it comes down to who dating you is going to matter. When it comes down to if we're going to look at Cam, put the camera on Cam. When it comes down to if you're going to be in the locker room with them, it matters. Because there's about 30 teams that did not sign Dwight Howard because it matters. So let's dispel that. That's the first thing we got to dispel. The second thing is that is consensual. It's never consensual if you surprise somebody. How can you say it's consensual? It's a surprise. Yeah, this is, and I don't be meaning to laugh. Sometimes I make myself laugh, but it's not funny. But it is funny. Stupid, man. Yo, he said it's consensual. So just think, you're somewhere, you're with somebody, and somebody walk out of the side door with a leprechaun outfit on. It's not longer consensual.
Yo.
It's not consensual. It's not consensual. Y'all want me to keep going? Because this makes sense. It makes sense, but people be lying, and folks can't get help if y'all lie. So that's not consensual. Consensual is agreeing beforehand on what's going to happen. If it's not agreed to beforehand, it's not consensual. Young guys need to know this. Young ladies need to know this. It's not consensual if it's not agreed to beforehand. To put somebody on the spot and say, oh, it's consensual. No, it doesn't. Consensual doesn't work like that. Like growing up, I met a girl at the club. I tell her, listen, I only do the first night. If we got to wait, I can't do it. because I don't got time like that. Tomorrow ain't promised. You know, I've changed since then a little bit, but that's where I am.
Bring that nigga back outside. Yo, bring that nigga back. I miss that nigga.
Tomorrow is not promised.
I miss that nigga,
it's
man.
tonight only. It's tonight only.
Yo, bring him back out. That nigga was for me in the whole house. I like that nigga.
Yeah, Kim would say, what you told her? I told her it's tonight only.
Yo, man.
If it can't happen tonight, it never happened.
Oh, shit,
She
man.
said, well, tomorrow is going to be better for me. I said, I won't need it tomorrow. I need it tonight.
Oh, shit.
But
He's not lying, yo. He's definitely not lying.
yeah, we need it.
He's definitely not lying. So 100%.
He said, well, my friend's going to be in town. I'm going to have a babysitter tomorrow. Forget the kids. Tonight or no night. Tonight is the only night that matters.
Yo,
But I
it's a
changed.
fact.
I changed.
Hey, I'm not going to comment on none of that. What I will say is I remember that. I remember those times, and I miss them. Because listen, you can't get mad at that though.
Yeah, that's consensual. You knew beforehand.
Yeah, you may say you could.
You can say he's rude.
He's rude. He's an asshole. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is he to tell me this, that, and the third? But he was straight up and down and didn't lie to you.
And I will always tell him, and if you talk to Cam, he's worse than me. We're the same. So if you think you're going to not do the night with me and go with him, he's thinking right now, I was at least going to give you to the hotel. He wants it right here.
Yo.
All the other noise that people say about whatever they think my personal life is, that's my personal life.
Right.
And I would never make public statements about anything private of mine when it comes to who's in my bed or anything like that. But
I did see an interview where you said the gay rumors aren't true because those were things that people kept bringing up.
of course,
Yeah.
they're going to say stuff like that to keep this whole negative train going.
So the text messages start with Stephen giving Dwight his phone number. Then Dwight ends up responding with a demon emoji. And then Stephen says, "Sup, sexy?" And then Dwight says, "Nothing, you?" Stephen says, "Shit, just start my day off, about to shower in a few." Dwight put the googly eyes. And then Stephen said, "I got you," with the tongue out. Stephen says, "What you have planned for today?" Dwight says, "You in ATL, we play today." Stephen says, "Yeah, I stay at ATL, been doing some modeling here in Chicago. What about you?" And word, that's what's up. Good luck, sexy. Dwight says, "ATL in Philly. Thank you." Stephen says, "Got you. I'll be in New York next month, but should be back in Atlanta after that." Dwight says, "Okay, that's what's up." So later messages, Stephen says, "Not sure when you're free, but would like to link." And Dwight says, "Who am I talking to?" Stephen says, "I'm Stephen, my bad," and he gives his Instagram. Dwight likes it, and Stephen says, "Thoughts?" Laugh out loud. Dwight said, "I was waiting on you to send pictures. I was waiting." Stephen says, "Okay," laughing, "I got you." Dwight says, "I want more." Stephen says, "I got you, Poppy. Also, what are you into? You like freaky shit?" Dwight says, "Yes, I'm into freaky shit." Dwight continues by saying, "Now, I want you to know that I'm not like gay or anything. I'm just a little nasty sometimes. I don't want to offend you." Then he liked the movie and an image and another image and another image and another image. And then Stephen says, "Yes, I understand, sexy. We grown. I'm not offended at all." Dwight sends the drooling emoji and says, "Let me see your eggplant." And then Stephen says, "Bet." And he sends a video. And then he sends his tongue out. And then Dwight says, "Damn," with the drooling emoji. Stephen sends a little sly smile. And then Dwight says, "You have any cum shots?" Laugh out loud. He says, "I don't. I can make you some personal ones, though." He says, "I want to see your eggplant." Then he said, "I got you, sexy." And then he sends another video. And Dwight sends the drooling emoji again. Then he sends demon time. He says, "What's up, sexy?" And Dwight says, "What you doing?" He said, "Was helping my sister cook, just chilling. Now what you doing, babe?" He says, "Thinking about that meat." Stephen says, "You trouble." Dwight says, laugh out loud, "Oops, I want it." Stephen says, "When?" Dwight says, "Now," laugh out loud. And Stephen says, "Who all over there? I don't want to raise no eyebrows." Dwight says, "Nobody, my son in his bed." Stephen says, "Okay, perfect." Dwight says, "You would just have to leave before everyone wakes up." And then Stephen says, "Okay, you gonna be up? You know I'm an hour away. I'll come." Dwight says, "Yeah." Stephen says, "Bet, let me get ready." He says, okay. Then he sticks his tongue out and sends the eggplant emoji. That's Dwight. Now we have a picture of the Uber receipt dropping Stephen off at 121 right to Dwight's doorstep. Now going back to the text messages, Stephen says, I'm almost ready, about to be on the way. And Dwight says, okay. Stephen says, on my way. And then Stephen says, the address you sent me, right? Dwight says, yes. Stephen says, bet. Dwight says, you want to have a threesome? And then he's got a face like, do you want to do it? And then Stephen says, with who? Laugh out loud. And is this what you want? And then Dwight says, a dude, laugh out loud, or a girl, laugh out loud. Then Dwight says, they can't come till after 4. And then Stephen says, I'm already 30 minutes away, laugh out loud.
There was a Dwight Howard situation. Where the transsexual woman accused Dwight Howard of a relationship, and apparently they met at Wild 'N Out. I guess she was there, and then they played the clip of Dwight Howard
twerking. Then we got Candy on the show. Candy's one of the cast members who is a member of the LGBTQ community, but also a straight gangster from Compton with the nails and all that. And like while Dwight's twerking, Candy's like, hey.
No, I don't want to talk about that, bro.
So then why are we talking about it?
Because you went viral off of that, bro.
I've been viral for a lot of things.
And I want to talk about that too.
And what I do in my personal life is nobody fucking
Thank you.
business.
Thank you.
Gay! So today I saw the news that Dwight Howard was accused of SA and that the victim just so happened to be a male. And Dwight Howard's camp responded to the allegations by saying he did have consensual relations with this person, but it wasn't SA. I'm not liking the discourse I'm seeing surrounding Dwight Howard right now, at all. First thing that bothers me is that a lot of people seem to be bothered by the idea of Dwight Howard being with a man than they are by the idea of him SAing somebody. If he forced himself on another human being, who cares what gender they are? This is an SA issue, not the opportunity for y'all to get off your homophobic jokes. I know y'all think I sound like a buzzkill, and I don't care, because I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Who cares if he's gay or not gay? He's being accused of assault. Are y'all noticing that unsolicited violence is becoming a regular conversation around sports, and that is not okay? And what I read in the reports about Dwight Howard seemed like a whole boat of internalized homophobia to me, not to excuse it at all, but that's just what it looked like to me. And the fact that sports is such a safe place for misogyny, homophobia, abuse, and SA it makes me sick to my stomach.
NBA star Dwight Howard has denied sexually assaulting a man he met on Instagram and asked a court to dismiss the man's lawsuit. The NBA legend admitted that he met his accuser via social media in May of 2021. Howard said he exchanged text messages with Harper between May of 2021 and July 2021. It's a 2-month span, several of which included sexually explicit content, such as photographs and videos. Lord have mercy. Hold on. Let me just pause. Oh, my goodness. The former Los Angeles Lakers star said Harper came to his home on July 19, 2021. Howard admitted that they went to his room, took off their clothes, and kissed consensually. But Harper then claims Howard surprised him by introducing him to a man dressed as a woman. Harper said the man called himself Kitty. Now, when I think about the name Kitty, I think about Donald Sterling when he had his mistress and he got caught saying about Magic Johnson, why do you have to be friends with black people? I mean, what is it? What is it about black people? Why do you have to do that? And she said that that old man, Donald Sterling, was a little kitty cat. Well, this man, his name is Kitty, and he began performing oral sex on Dwight Howard, and Howard said he felt uncomfortable and didn't want to participate. I can't do this no more. He said Howard tried to touch his thigh and stoked his privates through his underwear and stop. I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. Stop, get rid of it. Stop it. Get it off the screen. Get it off. Look, y'all. To each his own. You gay and that's what you want to do. Cool. I don't have a problem with anybody living their life. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. To the transgender community, I got nothing to judge, just between you and God. That's your business. But the details. Let me tell you what came to my mind when I thought about this. That's why teams didn't want him. That's why teams didn't want him. Now, whether they're going to admit it or not, and I'm not going to mention teams because I don't want to incriminate anybody or accuse anybody of something I simply don't know. I'm guessing. What I'm saying is that that's the first thought that came to my mind. That's why they don't want him. Because what do I constantly try to educate y'all about as somebody that's been a reporter for 30 years? We always know more than we reveal.